So I heard you heard I know how to ride the best.
What? I mean, which rides are best? Welcome today. We're gonna go over the top 10 PvP vehicles on GTA Online. A little spoiler alert: the best vehicle, or number one, is not the MK2 Oppressor. Bye bye, bozo. And in popular YouTube fashion, we're gonna start off from the least best and go to the best, which is gonna be at the end. While you guys watch this video, think about your list of top 10 vehicles that you guys use in PvP and put them down in the comments, top 10 or top 5, either one. And all of these vehicles are all viable options to use in PvP. I'm going to give you the best way to use these vehicles also. Alright, number 10, we have the Kanjali tank. Now this bad boy takes around 7 RPGs and homing missiles, and it's going to cost you 3.8 millions, or with the trade price, 2.8 millions. The reason why this vehicle is such high on the list of top 10 is because it is better with 4 people, as it has a gun turret, it has grenade launchers on 2 of the back sides. But it's basically high on the list because as soon as they get in an MK2 Oppressor, put your head in between your legs and kiss your booty goodbye. The reason why this is on the list at all is because if you're ever driving around or killing someone, this is a good way to slide the blocks on the ops many and many times. So what you're gonna do is you're basically gonna drive around, thunderclap their cheeks away, like this right here. Boom. And then you're gonna go and they're gonna spawn in again, and then you're just gonna thunderclap their cheeks away again. But like I said, it's this kind of list because the downfall of it is if they're in an MK2 or something of that nature, you're pretty much gonna die. Number 9. Okay, this one is more of a category of armored vehicles that take a lot of missiles. One of these vehicles is MOC Cab. This MOC Cab goes pretty fast sometimes, but it's big and it's not that good at turning. But it does take 68 homing missiles, which pretty much makes you invincible. The main way you're gonna use all these cars in this category of number 9 is you're basically gonna throw C4s out the window, and that's so you could get kills on players and MK2s or flying vehicles that come your way. And if you guys didn't know, a little extra little treat I'm gonna give you right here is if you're going fast, you throw your C4s way further. Look at that, looking like Tom Brady in his prime. The MOC Cab is going to cost you around 1.2 million to purchase, but it also comes with the little back part of it. It's juicy buns. Another notable mention in this category is the Terabyte. This one could take 34 homing missiles, and it's going to cost you around 1.3 million. The other one is the Acid Lab. It takes 48 homing missiles. It also has this thing right here to plow NPC cars from the rear. You can also get this one for free by doing the Fooligan jobs. But by far the best car in this category is the Night Shark. The reason for this one being the best car in the category is that it's small and it goes faster than the rest, and it also has no map icon whilst you're inside of it. This one will cost you 1.2 millions, but it does take 26 homing missiles. The best way to use this car is by having the non-small tiny armored windows, so you could throw C4s out the window, enabling you the power to get kills on players. And now the reason why this one's number 9 is because it does have homing, and sometimes you might get jumped by a little biker gang of Harry Potter kids and you'll just blow up. Number 8 is Avenger. Now this one gets pricey. It costs 3.4 million roughly, and it's gonna cost around 6.2 million to get it fully upgraded in order to add everything for this loadout I'm about to tell you. This bad boy takes around 8 RPGs and 22 to 26 homing missiles. But this thing can outrun homing missiles. Only thing is, when you're inside of it running away, you're not going to be able to get any kills because these rockets are booty. And try machine gunning something, bro. Nah, that's not going to happen. But the way to use this for the best PvP would be to go to services, Avenger, and always engage autopilot in this bad boy. But you would want the upgrade on this where when you engage autopilot, you go off radar. And the way to get that would be inside the hangar. And then once you're off radar, you just sit down inside here and then try to collect your kills from the person on the floor. These turrets have pretty good range, but the reason why it's number 8 is because you're going to be in the air the whole time, and they're most likely going to be able to shoot missiles at you while you're in the air up here. And they have time to evo in time before you even get them or know where they are even on the map. And that's why it sits at number 8. Number 7 is going to be the MK1 Oppressor. Now this thing right here takes 100 missiles. Oh my god. I'm just playing, bro. It takes only 1. Come on now. But if you do get pretty saucy with this thing right here, be unkillable because you could dodge missiles pretty good in this thing. And if you get pretty good at shooting missiles down, then you can be a very aggressive player. Another reason why this one is good is because you could always spawn it like non-stop. It has no cooldown. So as soon as that thing explodes, you call it back. You can spawn it again. If it's far away, then you could return it and call it back immediately. This thing is going to run you 2.7 million, but also be aware, in order to unlock the missiles for this thing, you have to get it in the bunker upgrade, so that's going to cost you another, like, let's say 6 million, because they're all the way at the end of the research. The only bad thing with this thing is that sometimes you might mess up, you might fly in the sky, you might try to get a kill, fall off and die. If y'all haven't liked and subscribed yet, what y'all doing, bro? What y'all doing? Number 6. The Deluxe. This bad boy right here takes only 1 missile, 1 railgun, which is one of the reasons why it sits at number 6 on the list. It has machine guns and missiles. It's going to cost you around 4.7 millions, but the reason why this one sits on the list at all is because its missiles are very, very good at tracking. Watch, I actually have a missile in him. Mink. Look at that, look at that. Chase him down. The best way to use this vehicle is basically against other people in cars and stuff like that take a lot of missiles, like I said previously, the Night Shark and things like that. You'll be able to missile them from pretty far away, making them inaccurate with their C4s. And if any MK2 oppressors ever try coming for you, just do this maneuver right here where you spin in circles. And most of the time you'll be able to dodge their missiles. Another notable mention in this category that has good missiles is the Scramjet, but that's not as nearly as good as this one right here, because this one has the option of being able to fly around. Yo, where like my car at? Oh nah, bruh. Number 5, the Rigerius. This one is the best overall jet in my opinion because of the fact that it can go off radar, and it goes the fastest out of all of the flying vehicles. This bad boy takes 1 to 2 missiles. It's going to roughly cost you 6.8 million. And this thing can also go hover mode. But the reason why it sits at number 5 is because, oh nah, what type of cannons are these? Bro, my grandpa can make shit dump faster than that. The Raichu also has a glitch where if something tries to minigun you or machine gun you, those weapons would not work on this jet. So let's say if someone in the Starling comes and tries to dogfight you, their machine guns on the Starling won't even damage the Raichu at all. The only main competitor against the Raichu would be the B11 because of the fact that the B11 is more armored than this one. The best way to use this bad boy would be to dogfight your targets and then go off radar while you're dogfighting them, and then after you dogfight them, or before you dogfight them, which is to catch them off guard and surprise them. And to kill ground targets would be to go hover mode and use the missiles. And a little pro tip would be to go to your settings, go to camera, and go down to first person vehicle hood and turn that on. Bro, what you looking at, dude? Keep it pushing, Buster. Alrighty, number 4. Now this one might surprise you because it's not even like an actual vehicle on GTA that you would really buy, but it comes with the submarine, the Sparrow. This thing will roughly cost you 1.8 millions. And even though it has low armor by only taking like 1 missile, it still makes the list due to the fact that you could spawn it in right here, free of cost. It has like a cooldown of 4 minutes, I believe so. And it's high on the list because it's fast and agile. It's way better than the Buzzard and most other helicopters in this category because it could spawn anywhere, right next to you, down the street, outside your side piece's house, anywhere. And again, the best way to use this would be by activating the first person hood camera on, so that we can have a clear view of any ops on the block right here and be able to missile them and fly away with agility. And this thing you can also put chafe and flares, and I would say the best one to use would be to use chafe, so that way when you fly around the corner you activate chafe before you fly around the corner, and you could just go missile them and carry on.
Whoa, hey, buddy. Look where you're walking, jerk.
G Willikers were in top 3. Like I was saying, G Willikers were in top 3. Now this one comes down to 3 main vehicles that, I mean, everyone knows about, and they get pretty sweaty when you're using them. And you kind of have to like think about the strategies on how to use them. Spots number 2 and 3 are in very close competition, but the one that takes the cake for spot number 3 is the agency type vehicles. Now the reason why these are so good and so sweaty is because 1, no one can lock onto you. 2, they take multiple missiles. And if you know how to use them and abuse them by going underneath buildings and things of that nature, so you won't get orbed or so you won't get shot by jets, you'll be pretty much invincible and unbeatable. Like, I already know a lot of little rats that love to come hide over here in this part of the freeway in the sewers. Well, the main way to use these vehicles is basically by playing more defensive and reserved, by throwing C4s at players and kind of like running away most of the time. The one I'm using right now is called the Italy GTO Stinger TT. It's like the fastest car in the game. It drops slick mines and has no homing, along with not having a map icon of an agency vehicle, not like the Buffalo STX. Okay, we're on to number 2. The floating black Air Force One itself, the MK2 Oppressor. Hated, but also loved. Yeah, this is a floating menace. You can fly around, kill players all the time. Well, the best way to use this thing, the best way to use this thing with skill would be to learn how to fly upside down and basically be unbeatable. You can kill many ground targets and everything by flying upside down. But most people don't know how to fly upside down. The best way to use this thing would be to get good at shooting ground targets, scoping ground targets like this. Not like that, but you guys get the point. And the reason why this is number 2 and not number 1 is because it has many counters. Like I mentioned before, Deluxo, Scramjet, those all have missiles that could basically destroy this thing. But the one that takes the cake and place number 1 is place number 1. This car also has no map icon, takes around 3 to 4 missiles, and it's going to run you about 3.6 million. And this vehicle is the number 1 spot. The number 1 seed, the Toreador. This thing can counter Deluxo, Scramjet with its excellent homing missiles. And this thing also has boost. So you can run away from players of like agency cars and things of that sort. So if you really wanted to, you could use this thing like an agency vehicle slash Deluxo in a type of way where it could take 4 missiles. You could be running underneath buildings and underground. Or things get heated in a way that making you wet, or you need to get wet, you could come and swim in the water and also have boost, and you get torpedoes. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to go in the water, and if like an MK2 comes after me and I need to aim up and get some height, I float up to the top right here and I shoot out and I switch my missiles and I get missiles back again, and I could lock onto them and shoot them. This is the all-around best vehicle on GTA Online in my expertise.
Professional gamer opinion.
Overall, this vehicle goes fast. It has 4 seats for you and the whole squad, or all the ladies. And yeah, like, subscribe the video, and comment your list down below. I want to see what you guys have to say and your guys' top 5 or top 10 PvP vehicles on GTA Online. Stay saucy.